first season. Everything around me moving, like bachata. Usher told me do it my way. Frank Sinatra. Been a shotter, been locked in with mine.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And our focus is on Dameon Pierce. He should be a busy man out of the backfield. It's the Texans and the 49ers. And it's coming right up on EA Sports.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone, with... And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 8.
Here's Stroud. And that went to the right side and incomplete. You look at this Niner defense. They enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll have Lamar Jackson calling the shots, the former Heisman Trophy winner from Louisville.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Following the fumble recovery, Stroud, it's caught on the right side, Williams. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to bring up second down.
Come on. Hey.
On the bootleg, Stroud. Blitz coming, and down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The kick by Elliott is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Now Jackson on first down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. And it's second down. You look at the defense for these Texans. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Play action. Now Jackson. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Second and 10. Now it's Jackson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is third and 10. Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Texans will take over with a first and 10. Houston set to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Well, this defense for the Niners very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll leave them with a third and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Pierce will try to pick it up. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there's a 49er who's in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's Jack Fox on to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is taken at the 23. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And they will take over first and 10. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Sam Hubbard in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Tough spot here, third down and 11. Jackson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And this will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
49ers nothing.
Ready for the 2nd quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Stroud to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Zimmerman.
It's not critical about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Pierce. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. The kick by Elliott is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you. An interception's the result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond. Not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. They haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. The Niners had a woeful 2-9 on the year. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Play action. It's Jackson. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Throwing is Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Well, this drive, they're perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Now it's Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australian native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And that one hit Gets it to 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Put a man in motion left, Ridley. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And now off to the races, down the right side. He may go. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans are able to extend their lead.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to it and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it was Dameon Pierce closing things out with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. Jackson now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Rough incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if we can get something going here on 3rd down.
Being chased out left. It's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Unable to corral him, he fights through. A very good return there, give him an even 20 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Offense back out there along with Dameon Pierce. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. The throw over the middle taken in. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now a 2nd and 2. Throwing now is Stroud. Got his man, Dell. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Zimmerman. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The throwing again is Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Calvin Ridley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Elliott good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's Calvin Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rip, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. That is caught. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown 49ers. Gabriel Davis in the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Boy, still a half plus to play, but it is a 2-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And that's
halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground. What was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. Jared Stingley picks it. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. That one is going with a sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And Stroud now to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Zimmerman. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year, number 6 overall. And the Texans have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Jackson options out left. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. And the offense moving quickly to the line. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jackson on 3rd and long. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Texans will take over.
Roll, check, alert, unlock line.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And some room to look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. 154 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And they'll go right back to Pierce. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Stroud on 3rd down now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Texans. Takedown. A 20-yard touchdown. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it. Pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now the 49ers settling in for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Now Stroud to the goal line, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. A shotgun snap to Stroud. The quick slant caught. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
There's another example when defensive coaches constantly preach not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. And quickly they get to the line. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Now an option play on 2nd down, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Overstreet. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. Back now in Houston. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Bronco switch, hey, Reno, hop.
On second down, here's Pierce. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Stroud looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way.
Touchdown! Mike Williams. 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
49ers 6.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw is Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now Jackson. And Diggs has it. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And that is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. 1st and 10, it's Stroud. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that
touchdown, Texans. Mike Williams with career touchdown number 60. And the Texans continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game. Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game. Elliott now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Breaks through the contact. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds. Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest. Dancing to his left. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he's got it down to the 28. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Diggs in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this Texans defense stands tall. So they have now gone for it on fourth 4 times, and they have converted no times.
I know we talk about analytics and how it's entered into the game, and there's a good percentage that says go for it, you actually make a good percentage. In this case, the analytics just went right out the window. 0 for 4. They've got to start looking at things in a different way.
No!
First down, they go right back to Pierce. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 189 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Alert! Alert! Ready.
Now a handoff up the middle. Overstreet. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Will Anderson getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now a 3rd down throw, and it misses the target, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
4th down, here's Jackson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. First and 10, it's Pierce. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after.